my son's birthday, and he requested that I make homemade spaghetti. And I thought I'd show you how I make my homemade spaghetti sauce. What you'll need is any kind of ground meat of your choice. We like ground turkey sausage or regular sausage, but it can be any kind of ground meat of your choice. Red wine, oregano, basil, chicken stock, house seasoning, Parmesan Romano cheese, brown sugar, butter or olive oil, a can of crushed tomatoes, a can of tomato paste, and garlic, and onion. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is get the ground turkey or ground sausage in the pan and get that browning off. So I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to open this up, and when my pan's ready, I'll bring you back. Okay, my pan came up to temperature and I added 2 tablespoons of butter. You could add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I just was out of olive oil, so I added butter. And I'm browning off the meat, and I'm also kind of chopping it up. This really, again, is your preference. If you prefer chunkier meat in your sauce, that's fine. We like a more fine, minced up meat in our sauce, so I will continue to break this up and brown this off. And while it is doing that, I'm going to go over here and prepare my onion and garlic, and I'll bring you back. Okay, what you will need is 3/4 of a cup of chopped up onion and 2 cloves of garlic, also chopped up. Keep an eye on your ground meat and continue to watch it brown and get it chopped up to the consistency you like. So when I have my onion and my garlic chopped up and ready to go into the pan, I will bring it back. Okay, the sausage has browned up to where I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and add the onion. I'm going to hold off a few minutes on the garlic. I will add that when I add the seasonings because I don't want it to burn. This was about, the recipe says 3/4 a cup of onion. We all know I added more because I love onion. So we'll get this in here and get this stirred around. I will add my seasoning salt right now. This is optional. If you want to see how I make my seasoning salt, I do have a video on that, so go have a look at that. Just a little bit because we don't know necessarily how salty the tomatoes are going to be. So, get that going. Then we'll come over here and we will measure out our spices. Okay, on my plate I have 2 to 4 chopped up garlic cloves. I have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I have 1 teaspoon of basil and a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my pan and let it start to bloom a little bit. And then we're going to go over here and open up our tomatoes and measure out the red wine and the chicken stock. Okay, what you'll need is 1/4 of a cup of dry red wine. If you choose not to use the wine, just add an additional 1/4 a cup of the chicken stock. And that helps, I put it in first to help deglaze the pan a little bit. And kind of scrape the bottom and get all the goodness off the bottom. Then what I need is 1/2 cup of chicken stock. Your crushed tomatoes. This could also be tomato sauce. We just like the thickness of the crushed tomatoes. And I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato paste. Okay, we're going to bring this up to a bubble. And when it comes up to a bubble, we're going to go ahead and add the Parmesan cheese. Go ahead and get the tomato paste mixed Go ahead and put a lid on it and bring it to a bubble. And when mine comes to a bubble, I will bring you back and we'll add the cheese. Okay, we have come up to a bubble. And I reduced the heat a little bit because it was bubbling a little too much, so I'm going to turn it back up a little bit. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of Romano or Parmesan Romano. And then we're going to let it simmer for probably, I don't know. It's technically, after you get the cheese mixed into it, it's technically ready to eat. But I usually let mine go for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to let that simmer for 20 minutes after I get that cheese mixed in. And when I have it on the plate, I'll bring you back. Shh, don't tell my husband. Okay, here it is in the bowl, and I like to serve this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I hope you enjoy.